losing body fat while maintaining and building muscle should be your ultimate goal. If you focus just on weight loss, you're going to lose muscle with the fat. And losing too much muscle could result in your metabolism slowing down and metabolic adaptation, making it harder to lose weight over time. If you focus on building and maintaining muscle while losing body fat, your metabolism remains elevated and it's easier to burn calories at rest and burn more fat over time. If you are losing too much muscle, you can actually end up with a higher body fat percentage even though you've lost body fat. So I'm going to give you 3 simple steps to lose fat without losing muscle. So make sure you stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another video. So how do you lose body fat without losing muscle? The first step is to actually not go too far into a calorie deficit. If you're going too far into a calorie deficit, what you're going to do is you're going to lose muscle. You're not going to have enough calories. First of all, your energy is going to be low. Your workouts are going to suck, let's face it. You might even mess up your sleep. And after a while, your metabolism is going to adapt and you're going to stop. It's going to slow down basically, and you're going to stop losing as much fat. And even though you're not eating much, and you will have lost the muscle as well, so you're very unlikely to be happy with your physique. So instead of going to a huge calorie deficit, I actually recommend doing the body recomposition method. So starting at maintenance calories, and when you start maintenance calories, what you can do is you just pay attention, not necessarily weight, because when you're at maintenance calories, you're not going to lose much scale weight. Your body will change, you'll lose body fat, but the scale weight might not change for even 6 months in some cases, even 12 months in some cases, but your body's going to change significantly. So take measurements bi-weekly and also take photos as well, front, back, side, in the same place every 2 weeks. So make sure they're in the same place, more or less the same time, so it's easy to compare those photos. And I promise you now, forget the scale, you will look completely different. You'll build muscle, you'll burn fat at the same time, and you'll look how you want to look rather than just losing the fat, ending up with excess skin and no muscle.
Hey guys, I can fit my arms around you. You look so great. Look at this body. You're like a new man. These arms.
So the second one, you probably saw this coming, especially if you've been following my content for a while. You've got to make sure you're doing the right sort of training. If you want to build muscle, you need to be doing strength training. Circuit training is good. You can build a little bit of amount of muscle with circuit training, but it misses the main principle of muscle building, maximizing muscle building, and that is progressive overload. It's a lot harder to progressively overload your muscles when you're doing circuit training with short breaks. So what I mean is follow a strength training program. That means that you're going to the gym week in, week out, you're increasing slightly. It could be increasing another rep. It could be your form getting better, increasing the weight on the bar, which means you're overloading the muscles, and then they are responding, they're adapting, they're growing as a stress response to the load you have placed on it. And when you build the more muscle, you're going to look remarkably better, and you're going to avoid having that excess skin because you filled out the area that you're losing fat from with muscle. You're going to look way better. But make sure you're following a plan that fits with your lifestyle, and don't try and fit yourself to a plan. And that's always tricky. You won't maintain it for long. Make sure it's realistic and sustainable, and you're progressing with it as well. And if you're not progressing with your current program, drop me a message below, drop me a program below, in fact, in the comment section. I'll happily make some tweaks and make sure you are progressing with it. So last but definitely not least, make sure you're consuming a high protein diet. I left this one to last because I assume that most people probably would. A 2016 study by Longland et al. Actually looked at the effects of a high protein versus a low protein diet on fat loss. They looked at 20 healthy individuals over the course of 4 weeks, put them through a resistance training program and also a HIIT training combined. So they trained for 6 days a week, and this study was conducted over 4 weeks, and the high protein group consumed 2.4 grams per kilo body weight of protein, and the low protein group consumed 1.2 grams per kilo of body weight, which is still higher than the recommended daily allowance of protein. The higher protein group, so the group consuming 2.4 grams per kilo of body weight, actually lost more body fat and gained more muscle than the low protein group, which is good news, because not only is protein going to help you build muscle, it's going to help loads of other functions in the body, like nerve function, it's going to help your bones, it's going to help gut function, so many different things. It's also going to help you lose fat. So that's important to follow a high protein diet. I do say one thing with caution. If you're weighing, say, 300 pounds, consuming 2.4 grams per kilo of body weight, so say 300 pounds is about around, let's say around 150 kilos, that's a bit unrealistic. So I'm going to give you a working range. If you're if you've got a lot of body fat to lose and you weigh a lot, you probably want to go on the lower end. So anywhere between 0.6 and 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight is more than sufficient to see good results. So if you weigh a lot, I would go on the lower end, and if you don't weigh so much but you want to lose body fat, I'd go on the higher end. And if you're for some reason following quite a big calorie deficit, I would definitely go on the higher end as well, because you need the protein to help maintain and grow lean muscle tissue. So that is all for this video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a massive thumbs up, share it with a friend, and comment below with any questions you may have. And if you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button below. And until the next video, keep pushing those limits.